Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City. And a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set. We're set as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is taking you to 13. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Come on, set, 8, read.
Hey, that's good.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First down, Bengals.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
55.
Check. Easy. Hey, Delta. Check.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Complete to Bryant. A gain of 6 there on first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Roethlisberger now complete to Switzer. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
He needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season. This is a nice little stretch he's putting together. Remember, 3 sacks last week.
And now he's off to the races in this game because he thinks, okay, that's the start of something big because he's in a zone. He's locked in. So offensively, you've got to occupy him. Maybe even run the ball at him as opposed to passing it so he can't just pin his ears back and rush the quarterback.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Mike. 230. Check. Hey, alert.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end, Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Jack 16.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turning to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
24. Focus. Smooth.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not good.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
22, 44. Let's go.
Now it's Roethlisberger. It's caught by Bryant. The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Quarter. Hey, box truck.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He'll look to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Had 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Roethlisberger will throw. Complete to Washington. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bengals drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
2nd and 1. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And the Bengals first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Airing one out for Boyd. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
You got time. You got time right there.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check. Lucky. Let's go. Black,
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Going deep here for Bryant. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Cut me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I didn't notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They'll set up a throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, Leo.
Second and 10. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 4-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Easy. Switch.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Fair. Fight.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And we always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now it's Ajayi, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Like 20.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Big stop, D. Big stop.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. How does that affect the psyche? Am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of the team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
60 or 6 man. Hey, Alpha. Check curl, check curl. Hey, check Michael Lennon, check Michael Lennon.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On first down, it's Sanders. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, Zoo. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Hey, Delta. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. White now to return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for a 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back,
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Devin Bush in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup. 9.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll go again with Sanders. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
On the ready. Check back 11. Check back 11. Here we go. D all day. General West. All day. Switch. Shift. Watch the shift. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Oh, he goes up top. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Now it's Roethlisberger, and this is caught, and it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about, not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and...
They've got his man complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. He's back to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
Back to throw. And able to find John Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
94.
On first down, Sanders. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
He's checking.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Tighten up. You too.
They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the jet sweep, this is Bryant. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it.
Man, what are you doing? Bro, I just tired with this nigga, bro.